Well, this is fun. Welcome to the start of a new vlog. I am filming this simultaneously with another vlog because the audiobook I had for that vlog, I do not like the narrator, so I picked a new audiobook and I picked the one of the ones that is going to be for this vlog, and that is why I'm starting this one. Just overlapping, why not, right? And I'm liking this one a lot more, so welcome. The audiobook that I picked up yesterday, I only listened to like half of the first chapter, but I was like, oh yeah, this is going to be the one, and that is City of Brass. I am so excited, like woo, let's get started. However, I just like opened the physical book and there's this whole explanation thing of tribes that was not in the audiobook that I'm gonna have to read before I continue on, which is whatever. I'm very excited. I own the whole trilogy. This qualifies to my reading goal. Hell yeah. The other book I'm gonna read in this vlog is The Missing of Claire de Lune, which makes no sense to me, but it is the second book after A Winter's Promise. The spine faces the wrong way. It's a pretty color yellow. I don't even know if this fits my reading goal. Let's check. Yes, it does. I just turned to page 505. This counts my reading goal, which is fantastic because the first one was like 6 pages off from counting. So this is great. This will be fun. I am apprehensive of this. I may read it last in this vlog. We'll see. But it's pretty. All the books in this vlog match, by the way, and that was not on purpose. And the third and final book I'm reading in this vlog, The Priory of the Orange Tree. These are all huge. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, am I okay? No. The answer is no. They all match visually, but that wasn't my intention. My intention was because The Missing of Claire de Lune faces the wrong way, I cannot take a picture of it like this because it won't make sense. I have to take a picture of it like this so that you guys can read it when I do my thumbnail. So I picked books that had upright facing spines, and that is why these 3 books are there. This is the whole reason why some of my vlogs are like this, is literally for the thumbnail picture. If they are all facing upright like this, I will take 3 books that face upright. If they're all like sideways, I will take 3 books that do sideways. And that is purely how these vlogs are organized. That and somewhat. There is some color decisions that have been made. So I will admit, like, they look aesthetically pleasing together. But I'm gonna start with City of Brass, and I'm very excited. Egypt, magic, I think. I'm down for it. Whatever it is. I don't know. I'm into it. But I do have to read that little start thingy. I have, how many minutes? Ooh, 9 minutes till my bus. I cannot read that in time. I have to go put on a million layers of clothing for the winter. It is snowing outside. Anywho, new vlog! I'm being extra today. Gold eyeshadow. But update for City of Brass. I'm almost to chapter 6. I'm very close, which means I am 110-ish pages in. What do I talk about? So we have so far 2 points of view. One is Nari and one is Ellie. And I like Nari's point of view until she left Cairo. I liked her in Cairo. I liked that whole scene with the graveyard. That was so fun. But this dude that she's going with, Dara, I think his name is? Yeah, Dara. I don't like him. And I understand, like, you're probably not supposed to like him at first, but whatever. Ellie, on the other hand, that storyline, I didn't really care for when it came up because I was liking Nari's so bad that when Ellie's storyline came up, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this because that one's a bit more political, and I'm just like not feeling politically books, and I understand that's hard to avoid, but I'm sick and tired of reading about weird fantasy politics. I understand that it has to be a part of the story, but I don't like it being central, and I know I like crown princes and crown princesses and stuff, but I don't want to deal with their courts at the moment, which is why I'm struggling with Allie's point of view. But so far so good. I really like Nari, so we'll see what happens. I liked being in Cairo. The fact that they're going to some other mythical land where the jinn exist, I don't want to go there. I would rather stay in the real world. I think that would be very fun. But no, City of Brass is apparently where we're going, so we'll see. I don't know, but yeah, that's my update. I am going to go get on the train, so I'm listening to the audiobook today. That's my plan. Hopefully it will go well. Who knows? Conflicted. I know some people will love this, but I just can't. I can't do politics. Maybe I should start reading some romance books because there's too many political fantasy books, and I am not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. You know? I just don't like learning new politics too. Yeesh.
bird on a tree. I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together. It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me, meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
I just stubbed my toe. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's so windy out today. Like, I'm nervous for the house. This is an update for City of Brass. It's been a long time since I've last updated for this, but I am on page 369. Ooh, I'm over halfway through. I think I have 2 hours left of listening at 3 times speed, and I have like some conflicting emotions and thoughts and feelings, and we're just gonna talk about that right now. So this kind of is following, I don't know how much I've spoken about it before, but there's 2 point of views. There's Nari and there's Ali, or Ali. Let's call him Ali. Ali is the prince of the Jinn. He is second born, and he's a warrior, but also like a priest. He's got his own little issues within his royalty position, being a princeling, and he's just got some things going on. He's got some real bad self-esteem issues, as well as some weird beliefs that his father and brother just don't really believe with or like follow. He's been funding the poor, which has been funding a rebellion, and it's kind of backfired on him in what he was hoping for. Whereas Nari is from Cairo, but she has been found by zombies is how it kind of started. They're really Efreet controlled zombies, and the Efreets are going to try and kill her because she's from a very important family line of Jinn, is how I'm understanding it, and she has blood of healers in her, and her blood can also kill the Efreet, like poison them. So she's on the run now with her friend. I don't even remember his name. I just know it starts with a D. Dara. His name is Dara. Okay, I just looked at a page. Dara is helping her escape. He is a warrior slave who's been enslaved for a really long time, but he doesn't remember any of it. And then they end up in the City of Brass, which is where Ali lives. Nari is very much pulled into this world very suddenly, and most of the first half of this book was her traveling with Dara and Ali's problems. And after after like the initial like first 50 to 100 pages of awesome, there was about 150 pages of just kind of like boring to me, and that's why it's taken me a long time to repick this back up, because it was kind of just dull, which is fine. We were world building, we were learning things, but I wanted just more action because we just started with action. It was so fun at the beginning, and I would have loved to see more of Nari in Cairo. I think it was like a really cool place for her to be, and she's kind of like reminiscing on it, but like I wish we could have seen more of that. It would have been cool. But I also do like where she's at right now, trying to become a healer, and she doesn't understand what she's doing. There's a curse placed on her. I think it has more to do with that than anything, and we're just like kind of having a fun time. So now I'm like super interested. I'm kind of hoping I can finish this tonight or tomorrow night. I'm very tired. I will tell you a little life update. I started a new job today for the first time in like 7 years, like an official new full-time job. So that's exciting. Who am I? I don't know. I wore steel-toed boots all day and my toes hurt in a way that they've never hurt before. On the bottom of my big toes. I don't understand that, but that's my like little life update. I'm very excited. I am like turning over a new leaf, and I am having so much fun. It was a very good first day, and if I could listen to an audiobook at work, you know, that would just like be the cherry on top. But I don't know, we'll see what happens. They kind of like listen to music really loud. It's not really a lot of talking to each other, but we'll see what happens, because I gotta bring a workbook. So I think I'm gonna bring the second book in this vlog as my workbook this week and next week, and hopefully get it done so that this video can be uploaded. But the audiobook for this is doing really well. I would like to listen to it tonight. I just can't figure out what activity I want to do while I'm listening to it. Yeah, we'll figure it out. So far so good though. I don't know if this is a 5-star or not, but I do think that I am enjoying it enough to continue, which is great because I already own the next 2 books. So I better continue. Like, I have to at this point. There's my update. Forgot to update. Oh my gosh, we gotta do this fast. In case you're wondering what I look like, trash, because I went out partying last night. I didn't drink, but I went out partying last night, and I didn't have time when I got home, because I got home at like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, I'm not taking this off. So that's why I look like trash right now. But I need to tell you that I finished City of Brass, because I need to pick which book I'm going to read now. I gave this 4 stars. It was pretty good. I kept waiting for like that oomph moment that was gonna happen that would turn this into a 5-star for me, and it didn't really happen. But I'm done it. I'm very excited. I think this is like book 15 or something out of my 50 goal for books over 500 pages. I am excited to continue in the series. I'll be reading the next one very soon, hopefully. And now we get to decide which book I want to read next. I kind of don't have an audiobook at the moment, so I think I'm gonna go with The Priory of the Orange Tree. Here she is, the most intimidating book I own that's not even that long. This like 800 and something pages. 800 and... oh, there's all these words in the back. That's nice. I like when they have glossaries. Hang on one sec. Not even that long. Okay, hang on. 76 chapters, 804 pages. It's only 804 pages. Why does it look like this? I don't know. But audiobook time, so I'll take off the dust jacket and we'll get started. I am very excited to finally get to this. I also think I'm going to start the other one in this vlog, The Missing of Claire de Lune, because I think I want it to be my book that I keep at work for reading on my break. But I also don't want to keep a book at work because I have a 2-hour train ride back and forth. That's 4 hours a day I'm on the train basically, and I need that for reading. I don't know. But it's the weekend and I'm going to be reading this because I honestly think I could get this done in 2 days. It's really not that long. It just looks insane. Why did they make this look insane? I have no idea the thought processes. Whatever. Let's go. Priory update. Why am I so close? Update on The Priory of the Orange Tree. I'm on page 289, chapter 26. I've read a huge chunk of this and I still have no idea what's happening. I'm gonna be honest. There are dragons, there are good dragons, there are bad dragons, and there's the nameless one. We're following so many points of views that I'm just confused. I don't know anybody's name. No idea. I know there's the one girl who's now, she was training to be a dragon rider. Tané. That's her name. She's one of the only people that I do know. There's somebody who's exiled. There's somebody who's on a quest. There's the queen and the lady who's looking after the queen. And that's all I got. I got nothing. I don't know what's happening. I am not upset though that I'm probably not going to clue in at any point. I didn't think I was. This book is too much. And I figured it would be. I went into this believing. It's probably why it sucks for me. That's probably why I don't understand what's happening, is because I went into this knowing I wouldn't understand what was happening. I'm trying my best, okay? But it's good time. I mean, it's interesting. I'm paying attention. I just don't know what's happening. So that's my update. Is I'm like almost 300 pages in and I only know Tané's name. Tané is Zuko. Thoughts? I'm gonna apologize right now. My window's open for the first time this year because it's finally warm enough, I think, for my plants to accept that the window's open. I'm here to tell you that I finished The Priory of the Orange Tree. Shit, I did it. I mostly just kind of feel relieved. You know what? Maybe I'll close my window a little bit. Yeah, so I did it. It's a lot, obviously. A lot leading up to a very small battle and climax. I thought there was going to be more fighting involved. It kind of ended really quickly. Not like everything got wrapped up after the battle, but the battle part, when it like leads up to, was very short, and then everything after was very nicely done afterwards. But I don't know, like the battle was very fast. That's all I have to say about that. I gave it 4.5 stars or 4 stars, whichever one you're following me on, either Storygraph or Goodreads, you can see. But yeah, I don't know. It's very interesting. Like I don't know how to process this because I feel like I could have enjoyed it a lot more if I was actually in the mood for it, but since I wasn't in the mood for it and I was kind of forcing myself to read it, I feel like I'm just conflicted and confused and just relieved to have this beast of a book on my completed shelf, you know? I don't know. It's very interesting. But I stand by my earlier statement. Tané is Zuko. I will defend my honor. Like, not just that, but there's like a bunch of reasons why I think that. So, I don't know. It was good. I definitely recommend. I think a lot more people really like this. The dragon aspect of it was really cool for me because, like, I love hearing how other people think about dragons. This is not a good idea to film in front of here, is it? I need to fix my plant. Anyway, so fun times. Honestly, if you've thought about picking this up, just do it. This is not that long. It's like 830 pages, and that's including the acknowledgements. So it's not that bad. It just looks terrifying. It's not terrifying. Other than the fact that I don't remember anybody's names, I kind of understood what was going on. It took me a while to get into that, but like it's not that hard to figure out. It's a standalone, which is why there's so much to absorb and so many things that you need to know, which doesn't really happen in series, but like it's a fantasy book. What else are you gonna expect? You gotta learn so much stuff every time you go into a new fantasy. So much. So like good luck to you. Alright, so now that I'm done this, we're moving on to the last book of this vlog. The Missing of Claire Loon. It's in the other room. I was gonna physically read this one for like my physical read on this vlog, but I also have a feeling that I'm gonna just end up picking up the audiobook because I have conflicted thoughts about A Winter's Promise. I don't know if you watched that vlog. I really loved it until like the end. It was very slow. The world building was really cool. I like the world building, but it was also just like very slow. Nothing was happening. It was just a lot of talking about drama. So I'm hoping, if my window doesn't freak out, I'm hoping that the second one has a little more substance to it. So we'll see. We'll get there eventually. I'm gonna fix this because I think my plant is gonna blow over. But let's go to the next book, the last book in this vlog. Finally. This vlog has taken me like 3 months. It's July now. Oops. I am here to tell you, with my terrible voice, that I finished The Missing of Claire Loon by Christelle Debose. Yeah. Not only is this book the prettiest color of yellow inside and out, because like look at that color yellow, which I'm sure you already saw in this vlog. I don't know how long I've been reading this book. Feels like it's been forever. Editing Darby here. We're all very confused right now. I am so confused. There are at least 2 clips missing of me reading The Missing of Claire de Lune that I remember filming. I remember updating, but I can't find them on my computer and they're not on my camera. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. There was 2 clips in here. I hope this update is sufficient. I don't know what else to do. What do you mean there's 2 clips missing? 2 from different time periods too. It wasn't like they were together. I had 2 updates for this. I'm so sorry. But I need to tell you my thoughts because I finished like the last half of this book today. I powered through it. I listened to the whole audiobook. I kind of regret not physically reading it, but kind of not, because I'm having an issue with audiobooks right now, and this was the perfect audiobook that I needed. I give this one 4 stars. I will tell you that right off the bat. How do I even begin? This one was not second book syndrome. It was not like a middle book syndrome. Nothing at all like that. This had a weird plot, I will say, but once you figure out all the secrets and everything that's happening, you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much more world and character development in this than I thought there was going to be, because it kind of just is following Ophelia figuring out what she's supposed to be doing in the pole, what is her role on this arc, where is she gonna fit her life when she gets married to Thorn, as well as trying to gain the favor of Farouk, the family spirit, while dealing with his craziness and the craziness of the different families on the pole, because all the different families have like a different power, so they're very, I want to say segregated. They don't really mingle because they want to keep their power strong, and they're very like noble, and everybody's a lord and lady. They're all really important, and we find out because there are a lot of people who have been cast out, and Thorn is trying to get them to be welcomed back into society, which is a whole other plot line, but obviously it's Ophelia's point of view, so we're following her view of like looking into what Thorn is doing. Also conflict with like her having her family come visit to attend her wedding, and them being welcomed into the society that is so much different than theirs. They're all really strong-headed and stubborn, so they don't understand what's happening, and Ophelia is like, I can't tell them that this is garbage place. Like, I can't tell them how terrible these people have treated me the last couple months. Even her aunt, who's been her chaperone, is like, don't tell them anything. Like, this is, we can't taint their view of this place. They're going to pull you away as soon as we do, and we have to fulfill what is happening here because Thorn has a contract with Farouk, and like, if we leave now, we're never going to be safe, is basically the premise. And in the middle of all of that happening, there is a mystery because a bunch of important people are going missing. They're just straight up disappearing. There is nothing leaving traces of how to find them or where they might have gone. There's some creepy notes being left of somebody threatening them. That's like the only thing that they have in common, except whoever's writing these notes is really good at keeping their identity secret, because as we know, Ophelia is a reader and she can see who touched objects when she touches them. It's a different dog barking this time. It's the neighbor's dog. Anyways, so Ophelia, since she can't read these notes, is tasked with, she's got 24 hours once Archibald goes missing to find him. And it's just a shitstorm, and that's when we start learning what's going on. We have Thorn's aunt who is pregnant with Farouk's baby, and so many things. There's so many chess pieces moving around the board constantly, and the things that people come up with, like, wow. I also think I might have liked this a lot better because the translator from French to English was a different person this time, or it could have just been because the story was more interesting. Like, it wasn't as like one timeline or one thing happening. There was multiple things happening all at once, and you had to try and pay attention to what was what and what was going on, and you learn a lot of secrets about the world and how it was created and how the arcs were created and why there are family spirits and who made the family spirits and why can't they remember anything, and a lot of secrets are revealed, and I'm like, how can this be a quartet if like a lot of stuff is revealed in this book enough for there only to be one more? So I'm curious, I'm intrigued, and I would love to read more. I also genuinely enjoy Ophelia and Lauren's romance. It's very much like a back of mind thing that they don't really talk about until like close to the end of the book, and I was just like, oh, this is so sweet once it finally shows up. It was so cute. So I do appreciate that romance, and I love what they did with the romance. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for better romance in a world like this. I just love the world building. It's super cool. Like, this universe, I would not want to live there. Well, maybe, because everybody has a superpower, basically. Almost everybody has a superpower. And I appreciated stuff like the carnival and all that kind of stuff. It was just super fun, you know? Do you get it? That's kind of the end of this book. This book, I will say, is not for everybody. And if you liked the first book but didn't love it and were like, oh, I don't know if I should continue, try this one out. I'm not 100% sure on the third or the fourth book, but give this one a shot because I genuinely love it more and it makes me want to continue on. I am nervous about the third book just because I've heard people fall off on the third book, but I will update you when I get there and we'll go through it together what happens. And if not, if you don't want to read it, then you got me to tell you what happens in the last last two books. So we'll get to go through that. It'll be awesome. Okay, what did I read in this vlog? It's been so long. I read The Priory of the Orange Tree. Oh my gosh, it was so long ago. I don't even remember what I star rated that. I read The City of Brass. I think I gave that one 4 stars. That one was a bit iffy. Maybe 3 stars. I can't remember exactly. Oh man. I don't remember. I don't remember what I gave these. And then I read The Missing of the Claire de Lune. All of these books I am keeping. The City of Brass has a sequel I'll be reading soon, hopefully. It's a trilogy, and this one's part of a quartet, so like I'm obviously continuing on the series. All 3 of these books qualified for my 2022 year goal, which is reading books over 500 pages, so like, hell yeah. Very excited about this one. This one was how many pages? This one was like 515 pages or so. Anyway, there also is this really cute family tree thing that mostly focuses. This page is like all this stuff is Farouk stuff, and then all the different families with all the different gifts that they have, and then that's just Artemis with Ophelia down there going through that stuff. So love that for me. I love that, honestly. And these books are so pretty, but they're also super weird because the spine goes the wrong way. It's supposed to go the other way, and they do that on the inside too, like anyway, I just thought you should know that. But yeah, so that's this vlog. This vlog is now pretty much done. So thank you for watching if you made it this far. If you read any of these books, let me know what you thought of them. Out of all of them, I want to say The Priory of the Orange Tree was probably my favorite. If I thought about this one a bit more, because I just finished about half an hour ago when I was at work, and if I wouldn't have been reading emails, well, I missed some stuff at the end because I was reading emails. It was a busy day. Anyways, while I was listening to the audiobook. I'm just hoping that the recap in the third book is mint for me. Otherwise I'm gonna have to go back. This one is like a close second, and I would put, I think, City of Brass last, just because I don't know how I feel about Jin still. The whole concept is just confusing to me. I understand it, but I don't understand it, and every time I pick up a book with Jin in it, I just lose it a little. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was enjoyable. If you have a favorite book out of these 3, please let me know, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!